This is our $1,000 BMW, and we're gonna trade it up for a Ferrari. This is a 2004 BMW 330 Ci. I bought this car sight unseen and it runs terrible. It leaks a lot of fluids and the paint and body has seen better days. Do you recognize this guy?
More than you can afford, pal. Ferrari.
He has a Ferrari, and we want one. We have built over 60 cars here, including the Mark IV Supra, Honda NSX, Nissan Skyline, but we have yet to build an exotic. The Ferrari has always been the epitome of the supercar, and that is why this year we're relaunching the Trading Up series with the goal of adding a Ferrari to the Throttle Garage. We have a lot of work to do, so let's get started. That is not how a car engine should sound. We obviously have something going on under the hood. We're gonna pull codes, start there, and see what's wrong with it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 codes from this ECU. They are all misfire codes. So we brought the car up in the air for an inspection to see if we can find a vacuum leak, and we found a few other leaks. We've got oil kind of all over the engine, the underside, which is pretty typical on these cars, and we have coolant on the radiator. This is definitely a $1,000 car. There it is, we found it. The main intake boot that goes to the throttle body has a massive hole in it. That hole is after the mass airflow sensor, which means it is letting unmetered air into the intake manifold system, causing a lean condition, which is our misfire. So let's get a hose on the way and get it replaced. Luckily, on a lot of these older 3 Series and older BMWs, the air intake boots are really simple to change. There's a couple of bolts in the way, a couple of clamps, and it's out. We're gonna get the new one in. It looks much better, and now it's time to start tackling this coolant leak we have. So our leak from our coolant was actually from the expansion tank right here under the upper hose. These actually have O-rings inside of them. That's what seal them, and sometimes the O-rings go bad, making them kind of a serviceable part. So I've replaced the O-ring on here, so we're gonna lube it up, reinstall it, and see if the leak stops. Our upper radiator hose leak is fixed. We replaced the O-ring and now it's holding coolant pressure, which is really good, and the car's running way better. We still have to fix the valve cover because it's covered in oil, and that's next. She goes. Oh, she's pretty crusty, dude. So here's the old valve cover gasket, and here's the new valve cover gasket. See how movable and malleable and pliable and soft this one is, and how not this one is? That's why this was leaking. So let's get the new one in. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the Throttle YouTube channel and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Old dry rotted valve cover gaskets are very common on these older BMWs, and luckily they're pretty easy to change. We got a new outer gasket as well as 6 plug well gaskets. We're gonna put that back on, seal it up, and tighten the valve cover back down. Our valve cover gasket is replaced. We've got dust, the dirt over the intake manifold, the vacuum rails. So next up, we're gonna be using Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. It really shines up this old plastic, especially if you soak it and let it sit. Let the plastic absorb the hyper dressing. It really brings back the freshness and the color of all the old plastic bits. And after letting it sit overnight and wiping it off, the whole engine bay looks brand new.
You've never seen a motor like that, huh?
I mean, it looks like all the BMW motors. 2023 M54 right there. So now we're gonna get this car off the rack. We have a new front bumper that we need to get painted, and we're gonna have SOS replace the convertible tops. We're gonna drag it down there and drop it off with them for a few days and get back a much nicer working convertible top and a wrist-sprayed front bumper. Let's go. The car is back from SOS with a beautiful looking top on it that's refreshed, and now it's time to get the suspension dealt with. So we're gonna get the old wheel and tire package off and start getting the old suspension out to install our BC Racing BR Series coilovers. And before we get to that, we're gonna clean these super dusty, crusty wheel wells. The dirt and grime is everywhere. We're gonna use Meguiar's Citrus Power Cleaner Plus to degrease the wheel wells. After a good bit of scrubbing, these things look brand new. Now the wheel wells are nice and clean, it's time to install our first coilover. Let's go. So for the C46, we picked up a set of BC Racing BR Series coilovers. These are a phenomenal street coilover, 32-way adjustable damper, and fully adjustable ride height on every corner. Now we're ready to move on to detailing. So Eric from Still Driven is down here. He's gonna sand, buff, and polish the fenders, and Ricky's gonna do the same process on the headlights, starting with some sandpaper.
All right, headlight is sanded down, ready to be buffed. I have our Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. What this is gonna do is gonna restore the headlight. So right now you see it's kind of hazy. So by the time I get done with this first step alone, it's gonna look 10 times better. The driver's side headlight looks brand new with just a little bit of work. Now it's time to do the same thing on the other side. Passenger headlight is completed. They both look amazing. Eric just finished polishing the driver's side fender and it looks insane. We're gonna continue to buff and polish the rest of the car, and we are gonna begin with the hood. Now that the front end is done, let's install this beautiful bumper that came back from SOS.
Front bumper's back on. The coilovers are finished. Dude, look at our wheel wells. How nice these turns out. Mickey soaked them with hyper dressing overnight.
Oh my god.
Dude, these things look brand new. So we need to get this off the rack because Eric and Ricky are gonna finish the detail, and we have a PDR guy coming to get the dents out. So we're gonna throw our new Rotiform RSCs on, get this thing on the ground and see if we need to adjust the right height so we can get it off the rack.
Sheesh! First time seeing the car. Honestly, this is the RSC. This is like the proper fitment for a lot of BMWs. Looks good.
Fine fit, man.
Now it's time for some finishing touches. So Corey from Dentology is out here popping out some of those dents. Eric is detailing the interior of the car and installing some new floor mats. And then it's time to install the black grills. Woo! Let's go. That was a tough install, dude. Woo. Sweat. It's sweat. Now that the BMW is looking absolutely amazing, I just made an appointment. We have a potential buyer who's coming to our shop any minute now to take a look at the BMW, and he seems very, very interested. All right, so that's it. The deal is done. The E46 has just sold for $12,000. That puts us one step closer to getting an actual Ferrari here for Throttle. I am so excited, and I have the lead on the perfect car for our second trade. So let's go grab a trailer, get in the car, and go pick up car number 2.
Our second trade up is gonna be this 2003 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8. The owner is only asking about $12,000, so this car is definitely gonna have some problems. She's a little rough. All right, well, he said the car wasn't boosting, and now I believe him. Is that Evo's up in the air, we're under it for the first time. This thing runs really bad. See if we can find some stuff wrong with it. We do have air suspension on this, so that's probably what like this is. That's an air line. Here we got a brake line that is literally attached to nothing.
What is this?
So that's not good. That's a lot of wastegate line. All the charge piping is rattly. All of this is just hanging out. Oh, it gets better because we don't have any bolts on the coil pack kit.
What is that? Is that PVC pipe?
Look at this. This is a power steering line. Like, what if that does that when you're driving? What if it just like hits your cam gears? You're done.
For now, let's try to get it running.
We start by inspecting the spark plugs, cleaning off all the corroded ground connections, fixing all of the vacuum leaks, adding fresh fuel, double checking the engine timing, and doing a compression test. Now let's start the car up and see if it's running any better.
I don't know anything about Evos. I'm just a Subi boy, but that didn't sound good to me.
Still runs bad.
You said you found something in the car.
Yeah. First of all, I found a clear timing cover that is absolutely going back on the car.
No way!
So this
That
car
sucks.
has been blown up before.
Yeah, so, but that is all valve. The next thing we're gonna try is actually getting our fuel injectors clean. There might be some old crud and dirt locked up inside of these, so we're gonna pull them out, send them out to a local speed shop that does injector cleaning, and see if it helps this thing run any better. Our injectors are back, let's get these in and see if it runs better. Yep. We're definitely making progress. It's idling way better. I still think we need to do some trim adjustments because the AFRs are kind of straying a little bit too far in either direction, I think. So we're gonna get Dark out here, do a final kind of tune up to get it cleaned up, and then We're making a lot of good progress here. Jordan made a handful of adjustments and now the car is running much better. Next up, we're replacing the valve cover gasket with a fresh one, and while we had the valve cover off, Ricky actually went ahead and painted this thing silver. It looks much better, it stands out and cleans up the engine bay a lot.
We just got one of these. A pressure washer with the proper snow foam cannon. You've already got the dilution down. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I'll pass the torch to you.
So one of the things that's great about my wires ultimate compound is that it removes small scratches like this. You see it? There's no dent on it, it's just a scratch. And check this out.
Holy moly. That's nuts.
Just like that, it's gone, baby. I just finished the quarter panel, and then I started to do compound on the bumper, and then I noticed that it has a bunch of runs, and this is inside the paint. This is not coming out.
What about all this black stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like embedded into the paint. So I'm gonna do a wet sanding job. You throw soapy water, you use a sandpaper, a very thin high in grit. So we'll probably start with like a 2000, and we'll try to get all these things off. Don't see it? It looks like paint, so I think somebody was painting something nearby and a lot of overspray got on it that the buffer couldn't get out. We're gonna use the same buff pad and the same ultimate compound, and you're gonna see that we're gonna turn these from being a dull looking paint to being glossy like it was before. It's actually gonna be better. Watch. Now what was that, a couple of seconds worth of work?
Literally, and it's
Look at
so shiny. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The shine here with the light compared to like you go to right here and it's gone.
So these lenses also had tiny little scratches, and I'm not even gonna add more compound. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Look.
That's crazy.
To finish the detail work on the car, Eric and I are going to clean the interior. Eric uses the steamer to refresh the seats and clean years of grime out. Then we move to clean the dash, carpet, and center console.
Dang,
Look at that, it look brand new. Yeah, it look really good. So I'm gonna finish a few things, then we'll start assembling everything on the interior, and we should be done with that. Oh my God.
What is this?
There is.
Is that drilled into the carpet?
You seen this?
Oh, extra. Just a little extra.
Saw that.
It's in case you want to put it in the trailer behind you when you're towing things.
Hook up the lights. We're gonna fix all of this because it looks horrible and I'm tired of looking at it. I'm gonna start by removing all the air suspension components from the trunk. I wanna make some custom mounting brackets and see if we can hang this air tank from the top of the trunk, and I also wanna relocate the compressor and the air management manifold to the back of the seats to get it up off the floor of the trunk. Next, I'm gonna reroute all of the air lines and the wiring to keep it up off the floor, and we're gonna make a trunk insert, so I'm gonna take a big piece of wood and cut it to the shape of the inside of the trunk of the Evo to hold the carpet up and make it a usable trunk again.
Huge.
That's it, dude. That's it. Minus the battery, we're done.
Hell yeah. And the back seat's gonna be on, you won't be able to see through it, everything's gonna be nice and sealed. Solid, dude.
That's money, dude. That's how your trunk should look if you have air suspension. Ready to take the brakes off. Let's do it. Oh, the stud's gone. Oh, it's even more sick.
You don't need the other one.
Okay, that's awesome.
I got all 4 calipers right here, and they look like they've been through hell and back. I'm gonna be making these things look brand new again. But first things first, we gotta take it apart and clean them because we cannot paint with all this crap on it. We We chose silver to paint all the calipers in the car to match the valve cover. After letting them dry overnight, they are ready to be put back on the car.
Ricky, what you doing over here, brother?
What's up? I'm trying to get this brake system all ready to go.
Hey,
finally! Let's go!
We got the big package in from EBC. Hold on, there's one more. You think we were gonna put these crusty boys back?
No, dude, for real? I was wondering if we were. The EBC brake kit is a nice upgrade from the old beat up rotors and pads that were on the car before. The car should be able to stop on a dime now. All four corners are completely done. The EBC black rotors with the yellow stuff pad look amazing. And of course, my paint job. All done. All right, let's move on to the next thing.
All right, well, the Evo's getting some new shoes. I've got our Motegi MR151s. It's gonna look sick on the white. And we got our RT660s from Falcon Tire. As always, gonna mount these up, get them balanced, and get them on the car.
Now's the time to install the wheel and tire package. So I think we've got a set of 255 3518s, which should do the trick.
You said keep going, I kept going.
You sent it. That was scary.
We're good on this. I want to see if that fender's buckled in there. It's actually freaking perfect. Keep going. I mean, it looks so much better than when it came in here with sunken fit like 2 inches.
Sure. So you can see we have no bulbs whatsoever. There is no low beam bulbs, there is no high beam bulbs, and of course we went with Morimoto Stroke 3.0. Time to test her up. Low beams, high beams.
Damn, those are bright.
Oh my God. All right, so they're, hold on. That literally blinded me for real. Heck yeah, we got super bright bulbs now. On to the next thing, baby. Next up, we have this beautiful Save-On carbon fiber hood. We're gonna put it on our Evo, so let's get it done.
Hood is installed. We are so close to finishing this Evo. Now we're gonna pull it off the rack, get it on the level ground so we can start the calibration for the air suspension. Then this Evo will be finished.
First time airing out the Evo, we trust it.
Let's go. Yeah, ready? Wing did it.
I didn't inspect the wheels.
Hey.
Wow. Went right after it, huh?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Pretty good.
Now that the Evo is done, I went ahead and tossed up a social media post listing the Evo for sale, and I've already got a ton of DMs. So I actually have 2 people who are coming to check out the car today. I'm hoping that one of them buys it and we will be one step closer to that Ferrari. That's it, the Evo is officially gone. I got a check for $25,000. We absolutely transformed that car and it turned out amazing, and now it's time to get onto the internet and find our next trade. After searching on the internet for a while, I finally came across a lead on a car that seemed too good to be true. The opportunity to buy a real Ferrari that we've always dreamed of, but for a fraction of the price. After a quick phone call and a trip to go see it, I made an offer that they couldn't refuse. So let's pull up to the garage and let's surprise the guys. Boys ready for this? More than a year in the making. We finally did it. There's a Ferrari in here.
Are you guys ready?
Is that a 355?
Is it an MR2? I don't know.
From here it looks real. Wait, where'd all the badges go, Evan?
There is no badges.
There's no badges.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
It's still a real Ferrari.
Hold on.
The Ferrari, right away I knew it wasn't
It's actually
real.
a Pontiac.
This looks real.
Let's go.
That is not a real F50, bro. That's a Fiero. I knew everyone would buy a Fiero. Of course you would.
Like
What is this actual car?
this is a 95 Ferrari 355, and there's something very special inside, Ricky. What is it?
A 6-speed.
No way, is it actually a manual?
Yeah, dog.
Oh, this thing is destroyed.
Oh, this,
That's sick,
rusty
dude.
seatbelts, which means the windows were literally down this whole time.
It's been sitting outside for a long time with the windows down. It's disgusting. Mouse turds, poop.
Yeah, you can tell.
There's an engine too. We'll get it outside.